everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to go ahead and start with where I left off, which was with the water signs. So let's jump right in. Water signs, I feel like you guys are, a lot of you guys are having like new situations, new partnerships coming up, new friendships coming up. You could be meeting new people, new friendships, new allyships, whatever that might mean. Could even get into like a mentoring program or get a mentor or connect with a mentor. There's also this message of just not being afraid to try new things. So we have a bunch of cards that keep falling out, just not ready yet. I feel like it's really important to sit with your element, which is ironic because all the other signs that I've read, it's kind of the opposite element going on. I feel like you are right where you're right in your element, or you should be right in your element. There's a focus with water, with fluidity, with movement, with reception, receptivity, even music. So pay attention to like the types of music that you're listening to. Can be pretty significant. Like if you notice that, like, I don't know, you just might be more sensitive to music, where it's like if you put on music that has a certain tone, you might be more sensitive to it. So just be mindful of what you're listening to, what you're consuming when it comes to everyday stuff. Okay, I feel like the deck's getting there. Okay, here we go. So we have completion. This actually came out, I believe, for Earth. So this is like don't be afraid to be like a freshman at something. You know what I mean? Because like you can't go right into something with all the knowledge and all the skills and all the tools that you need in this moment. You have to kind of give it time, and you have to like go through this process of completion, right? And so you've completed one cycle, you're moving into another, you've kind of put all the pieces back together on something, and now you're looking at an image from a different perspective, or you're looking at a situation from a different perspective. But like, don't be afraid to let what needs to be let go. Like, don't hold on to people from the past. Like, it doesn't serve you any good. Unless they're trying to be a part of your future in a positive way, in a healthy way. There's a reason why things go their separate ways. And sometimes it's for our growth. So that's good. That's like the end of a cycle here, which is really positive. The source. Okay, so you have a lot of energy coming towards you. You have a lot of like intuition coming down, like coming into the, like, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so it's like I'm seeing somebody and like their mind is like on fire, and it's like in a good way though. Like they're like, you're getting so many pushes and nudges and hints and messages from, I'm just going to say like the universe, or even like your ancestors could be a part of this too, where it's like, depending on who you connect with, who you source from, right? There's a lot of information coming in from that source. And so if this is intuition, it's like boom, 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 boom. Like you got it going on. So like pay attention to it, because sometimes it can be a small voice, and the small voice is sometimes really hard to listen to. when you have a lot of other loud voices, if you get what I'm saying. So listen to the tiny voice, listen to the small voice, because I feel like you see it for what it is. You see the situation for what it is. You're like, okay, I'm figuring this out. And it's like, take one step at a time. There's no need to rush through any process. There's no need to speed through any process. Take your time. Take one foot in front of the other. And then we have healing. So this is... if you're feeling like a little bit disconnected, this is here to remind you that you're always connected. You're never disconnected. So if you've been feeling disconnected, this is here to remind you that you're not disconnected. You are very connected. You just need to go within. It's like you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have the tools. Remembering it. And then this is also protection too. So like, listen to what your body is telling you during this time, because I feel like it's very significant, and I'm going to leave it at that for that card. Your body is telling you something. And I'm also seeing like a short trip. I'm also seeing like a body of water. Body of water. Silence is the card, which is like stillness. This is like going within, like maybe you're taking some time out, which I've noticed is a theme. This is a theme going on of needing to like kind of regenerate and go within. You have a lot of blue and like a lot of source here, kind of illuminating a lot of this blue. And that's pretty significant to me, because I feel like this is something that's very guided in an intuitive manner. Like, I don't know if this is very clear. Like, this is more of like an intuitive push, where you feel pushed into something because something just ended or something just completed. And this could be something you don't even know about, like you're not like fully aware of. Like you could have made a decision to just simply change your lifestyle, and because you made that change, like you put the piece of the puzzle in the place where it needed to be, and then all of a sudden here comes this grander picture, right? And it's like the next phase, but being very new at it, being very fresh, being very kind of young in a sense of the energy is young, not young as an age. Like, this is young as in the energy is very young, where it's not as experienced as other energies might be that you've gone through. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like you're moving through, you're stepping into like the next chapter of like a life, where you're stepping into a new situation in your life, where you're like, okay, I've seen other people deal with this. I've never dealt with this personally, but I'm about to deal with it, type of thing. Like, it's not anything negative by any means. It's just like that what's the word I want? It's like a it's like when you it's like graduating to the next level, kind of. And with the silence card being here, this is like very guided, quiet time, which again has been a theme for like the last week. And I've been dragging these readings out on purpose, because I've been trying to see if other things will come in, because this energy is very strong for needing time out and time away and solitude and reconnection. That's a very big theme. And then you have the dream. Like, you have so much blue here. And that just really stands out to me with this red being the source. Like that is really interesting to me. It's like illuminating all this stuff. And then the dream comes out, and this is interesting because I think Earth maybe had this, or maybe it was fire. I can't remember which one. But the dream is an interesting card for me because this is like it has multiple meanings, but in this situation it's like I see somebody like waking up to something and being like, this is what I want. But you had to walk away from something, situations, people, places, things, whatever that might be, in order to see this. Like you had to be put in situations to make you uncomfortable, to make you realize that this is actually what you want. And now that you see it and you have like a clear vision of like what you want and what you don't want, now you can really start to play in that energy. And I feel like you're getting this like all gas pedal type of like energy from source, like green light, go, when it comes to allowing yourself, like, it's like allowing yourself, it's like giving yourself grace. Like I don't know if there's like a theme of even like self-forgiveness, but it's like you didn't waste time. You didn't make the wrong decision. Like every decision that has led up to this moment has happened, you know, in a course of events, right? And we've learned something from it. And that's what's important, is that we've learned from it. It, you know, it doesn't, everyone's on a different timeline. There is no right or wrong way of navigating that timeline, right? Like we figure it out when we figure it out. This is interesting. This is a lot for, this is like a, but it's like waking up to the reality that you're choosing to want to manifest. Like it's like realizing the power of your words, realizing the power of the situation you're in, realizing the power of action, but also realizing the power of inaction, realizing the power of solitude, realizing the power of stillness. Because water is fluid. Water is interesting. Water always finds a way to be fluid, right? Like it'll find a way around things. Even when it has an obstacle in front of it, it'll flow around it. But even water finds a stillness sometimes. And that's important for this. And this is all very like kind of like symbolic, metaphoric, like, you know, take it with a grain of salt compared to your situation here. This courage card is sticking out to me a lot because it's like, have the courage to follow that internal voice, that internal compass, right? I'm feeling pulled to switch decks here. So don't be afraid to go after something new. Like, yeah, you might be fresh at it. You might be like it's like that newborn type of energy where like you're just starting something fresh, and give yourself a little bit of grace through that time period, because you're learning just like everyone else. You're learning a process. You're new at something. It takes time to get the skill set down. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going after something new and you're like, I have this vision, I have this dream, know that you're going to have to put in the work, but it's very guided. It's very like you're being pushed with all of this energy. And it's like you have the sun and the moon and you have all the stillness, but then you have all this fire, and it's like realizing what you want, what like the creation is in your hands type of energy. What do you want to do with that? This is a good reading. 10 of Cups. What do you want to do with that? Where's your happiness? What fulfills you? This could have to do with building a family. This could have to do with partnerships. This could have to do with really anything that brings emotional fulfillment here. There's a lot of cups, a lot of water, a lot of fluid energy. The dream, the vision. It's like knowing you have it within you to achieve it. You might just have to move a little bit differently, and that's okay because you're water and you flow. Like, think about a river, right? There's rocks, there's turns, there's, little crevices and different things, but the water still flows down the river through the stream. But there are different representations of water. There's a time for the stillness. There's a time for the pond. There's a time for the lake. There's a time for the movement. But see, water is, it's powerful. And it's like realizing the power within your emotions even. And I'm being told, like, especially with this healing card being here, it's like, watch what you're carrying. Watch what you're carrying within your physical body. Let some of that stuff go. And I know it's the human condition, really, and the human experience to just, things happen, right? Like, just shit happens, and that's okay. But we have to remember to take care of ourselves. We can't get caught up in that cycle of just go, 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 go. We have to learn how to stop. We have to learn how to rest. Yeah, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles, this is giving me rest. This is giving me investment. This is giving me, I'm waiting on my investment. But it's like, find peace in the wait. Find contentment in the wait. The Hermit, this is what I'm saying, like, this is very, like, an inward, like, whew. Like, the Hermit is really kind of, like, especially over the healing card, it's like, pay attention to what you're investing in, because not only are we talking investment of time, emotions, like, we're talking physical investments, we're talking all types of investments here. With the Ten of Cups, this is emotional for me. And it's like, whatever, like just pay attention to what you're investing in emotionally, because it is affecting your physical. It is affecting your body. It correlates. They go hand in hand. So when you can learn how to kind of filter what comes through, we can manage our own bubbles a lot easier. And that's another separate video that I want to do too, on just the energy body and how that, the bubble and all that stuff, because I want to go into more detail on that, but this is a reading, so I'm going to keep it to the reading. But like, the bubble around us that everyone has, it's an energy bubble. Like, sometimes it picks shit up. Like, it just picks shit up, because it's like, we're dealing with stuff all the time. And sometimes things get thrown on it. Like, think about like a windshield on a car. Like, when you're driving, and like, at first your windshield's like real clean and it's clear, and then, stuff just hits your windshield. Might be bird poop, might be this, might be that, and you're like, oh, I gotta clean my windshield, like, it's kind of dirty. Same type of concept, where it's like that protective outer shield, sometimes it's just, we get stuff on it, and it affects how our physical body feels sometimes, especially if it's been something that's been lingering. And it's hard to get all of it out, if you know what I mean. But we have to really sit with it. And if we have to talk about it 100 times, we have to talk about it 100 times. If we have to journal about it 500 times, we have to journal about it 500 times. And then burn it. I don't know. Obviously be safe about it. But, however it is to release that connects with you, keep that practice routine. Keep cleansing. Keep purifying. Because the Hermit is really going within for me. It's really taking me somewhere deep, and it's really taking me somewhere of like, this, but it's like, like, okay, now I gotta, like, now I really see something here. And I know it's like kind of not really clear, but But it's like, oh, okay, like I know this, but I didn't really have the clarity. But like now you have the clarity on something. I'm not sure what that is. There's like this feeling of like, are my investments going to pay off? Yes. Do you trust yourself? Yes. You should be able to say yes to that question. You know, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is an energy that knows how to receive, knows how to nurture, knows how to give as well. Very balanced, very grounded. This is a gentle person. This is somebody who's very gentle. But see, I'm not seeing a lot to do with other people in the moment right now. I'm seeing a lot to do with this one person, where this Queen of Pentacles is almost representing how they're taking care of themselves. So there could have been a time period where there was something that was like, it could be anxiety, honestly. You have the bottom of the deck, which is a good thing. But I feel like there could have been a little bit of anxiety when it comes to like, how is something going to happen? How is something going to unfold? Like, how am I going to get to this? How am I going to get from A to B to C to D? And all of that is mental energy. It's swords. It's all mental. It's all mental. It's all thoughts. And I think it was Air in the Air video, maybe, where I mentioned to ask yourself, is this real? You know what I mean? Like, is this anxiety something that is realistic, or is it something that is based off of a fear? You know what I mean? And it's normal to have fears. It's normal. That's part of human experience, right? We experience all these ranges of emotions. And one of these in this card itself speaks to me about self-doubt. And it's like knowing that you can get yourself out of a situation, you can get yourself unstuck from something, but not being 100% confident in doing that. But with the Queen of Pentacles coming out, this tells me that the way that you're taking care of yourself, the way that you're nurturing yourself is going to give you the confidence to go from this Eight of Swords type of energy to a Ten of Cups energy, where it's just more positive, it's more confident, it's more, you know what you deserve type of energy. No more of that like self-sabotage kind of like, do I deserve this? Do I not? Of course you do. Of course you deserve it. You know? Like, of course you deserve happiness. But it's really in the way that you're taking care of yourself that's really important with this Queen of Pentacles. It's very significant. It's actually like role modeling kind of to other people. And so I don't know if you have younger people around you, or if you have people around you, or just, you know, like a group of people around you where they're seeing you on a regular basis or a daily basis. And it's like the way that you've switched up your energy is actually like inspiring other people into this Ten of Cups, because with the completion here, and I know I said like when it comes to relationships I'm not really seeing like other people, but with this with the Ten of Cards, I must have said the Ten of Cups, there's these little children kind of in the corner of the card that are sticking out, and it's kind of like modeling this behavior. And so maybe there are like kind of little eyes watching you, and maybe you're not aware of it, but your actions are giving, like, it's delivering this let me get this out. It's like if you have people around you who are watching and kind of like observing you, and I'm kind of seeing this more from like a younger perspective, you're like role modeling something to them. Like maybe you didn't have a good example of something growing up, and you don't even realize that you have become the good example. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't even realize that you've become what you've been trying to become. And so other people who are younger, in a sense of their energy, a little bit more, well, I shouldn't say, a little bit less experienced in just life events, like people are looking at you as this Queen of Pentacles, and it's like this role model energy of like, that's how you take care of yourself, that's how you handle something, that's how you go within, like that's really like how to set a boundary, that's really how to walk away from conflict, like whatever it might be. And it's knowing that like these actions are very, very guided by source. And you're actually being given the power and all the tools necessary to make it happen through source. It's very background energy, but it's very prominent because it's giving you power. It's giving you groundedness. It's giving you healthy assertiveness. It's giving you this confidence and this ability to take care of yourself in a way that might even affect like how the next generation of people come through and take care of themselves, because you demonstrated this and it stuck with them. I hope that makes sense. I mean, you could even be like a teacher, or like somebody who works in daycare, or somebody who has younger siblings, or somebody who has I don't know, maybe you work in a summer camp, maybe you work with just younger minds that are, you know, in maybe in education, maybe in daycare, I don't know, you know, but whatever it is, the energy that you're bringing to the table is a very good energy, and it's demonstrating a lot of happiness and a lot of gratitude and a lot of contentment. And so I feel like this is already here. Might not be aware of it quite yet. It might not feel like it, but on the outside looking in, that might be how it is. Like you might be feeling like this, but on the outside looking in, people are seeing you like this because you're choosing to invest in things that bring you real happiness and real healing. So I'm actually going to leave this right here because this was a great reading. And hopefully I can get a little bit more time and come back and do another one. But I hope everyone's doing well, and I look forward to the next time we can chat. So we'll talk soon. Bye.